at this point in the season, moving forward and into the playoffs, this is his domain. This is his territory. He was absolutely lights out yesterday. And again, this team was configured to win and win right now. Win this year, not next year, but win this year. And so what Tom Brady did yesterday was go out and do exactly what was needed to give his team an opportunity to win that game. Was it impressive? Yes. Did it impress him? I watched his body language all game. No, he didn't care. He didn't care because in the totality of it all, this isn't even important to him. What's important to him is for his team to identify his body language and take on his persona, which is it's all about the postseason. I just need you to play, and as well as myself, him, 3 hours as best as you can from here on out. I'm not talking about practice. I'm not talking about any other day, but for 3 hours, give me everything you got every time you have an opportunity. That's what he has come to understand and has perfected, and that's what we have seen him establish over the course of his 20-plus years in this league. Like, this guy, this is the time of year that it's all about Tom Brady.
I like that take, G. I'm not mad at it. I won't even really push back at that take. I'm going to try the other door. Tom Brady, he proved a lot in the win yesterday. But to Greg's point, he really established that he is still dominant. He established that he is still capable. He established that he can still make all the throws with a clean pocket against a meaningless team in a meaningless game. What I'm still waiting for Tom Brady to prove is what it sounds like Greg has just told us Tom Brady is still waiting for Tom Brady to prove with this Buccaneers team. So Tom Brady proved some things, but the Bucs didn't. And that's what I want to see. Like, that's where I've been the last 3 months. That's where I've been in talking to Marcellus about this. Let's look at top to bottom. Let's look at Tom Brady's record this season versus playoff teams. Playoff teams now versus playoff teams. We done talking with the bottom feeders. We done talking about catfish. We just talking about them top feeders right now, okay? Let's look at playoff teams versus playoff teams. The Buccaneers are 1-5. That's the second worst record against playoff teams of all the teams left remaining. At this point in time, everybody left is in the dance. Now it's just a matter who's gonna get that final dance. But the Buccaneers of all the teams in the dance, only better than the Bears as far as playoff teams versus playoff teams. The other reason which, although Tom Brady did prove something in the win against the Falcons, I'm not gonna start jumping for joy yet and doing a back handsprings and whatnot in celebration.
Don't do that.
Is because Tom Brady had an incredibly clean pocket yesterday. G will tell you he saw it. Tom Brady, when there's no pressure, 39 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions, 110 passer rating. That's 9th in the NFL. Oh, but when Tom Brady gets pressure, Lord have mercy. 1 touchdown, 3 picks, 47 passer rating, 25th in the NFL. Now, I know what you're thinking, because it's what I thought. Well, Acho, whenever any quarterback gets pressure, they're severely worse. Duh. But then I compared Tom Brady to Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes versus pressure, 7 touchdowns, no picks, 6th ranked in the NFL as far as passer rating. Patrick Mahomes, no pressure, 31 touchdowns, 6 picks, still 6th ranked in the NFL. So the issue at hand in which why Tom Brady did establish or prove some things, but it really don't mean nothing, is because he did it against a team in a meaningless game with no pressure. He's about to play playoff teams. Record versus playoff teams, not very good. And y'all know about the pressure of that Washington defensive line.
Oh, man, this is interesting right here. I'm not trying to kill anyone listening with wordplay right here, but he proved a lot to me yesterday. And I'm going to tell you why, because Tom Brady, using Tom Brady's words to be a part of my argument, Tom Brady loves the game of football, even in his 21st season. He says because the game of football has no entitlement. Every single moment is an opportunity to prove who you are in the game of football. And it's interesting that Tom Brady has that mindset. And I think that mindset separates man versus machine. And that's why us men up here is looking at Tom Brady as a machine in his 21st year still. Tom Brady versus us which is a collection of 3 guys who have 1 Super Bowl ring. Yeah, that's you, Greg. Versus Tom Brady, who has 6. You know why he's the most decorated NFL player ever? Because of that mindset, that he has something to prove. And by the very definition of proving something, you prove your truth. You prove your existence, your evidence, your argument, whatever. You go out there and continue to prove it. Because if you don't, you know the criticism is coming to try to take you off of what you've been trying to prove. What I know about this team is what I expected from this team. Acho, vouch for me. Maybe you won't because you want to win an argument. But I told you this team was going to be old Betsy. They, without an offseason, with a 43-year-old quarterback, they were going to go in the garage and Saints. Saints. And then finally that hunk of steel was going to go boom, 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 boom. You ever been in a car that shakes sideways before you even move? This car, and then they get on the road. And it's bumpy. And it's like, damn, mama, damn. You going to get this thing fixed? But you're riding. And then all of a sudden, old Betsy finds his groove. And this is the hottest team right now, or at least the hottest quarterback in the NFL over the last 4 weeks. Led the NFL in yards per attempt, passing yards and passing touchdowns. Yeah, that old hunk of steel named Tom Brady. So what I learned yesterday was that Tom Brady is going into his season, the postseason, proving every single snap that he is the GOAT that got fresh milk that's going to nurture all these youngsters on this roster to a championship.
Marcellus, I agree with that. I agree with that. It's always been about Tom Brady and him proving something to himself. Forget trying to prove something to all of us because he doesn't need to do that. But his approach to every single game, to every single season, to every single snap is, can I get better? I watched a 43-year-old man be the first one on the football field going through mechanics without a football, and then taking a football and throwing it 5 yards, trying to hit the same spot to a coach 5 yards away from him. What did that tell me? It told me that it means something to him. Everything he does, it means something. It carries a level of importance. And when you go into a season like that, when you go into a postseason like that, you are automatically a threat. And I know everybody's going to look at what the defense didn't do yesterday or what they gave up. They were missing a few guys. And I believe that when you get those guys back in that offense, even though they might very well be without Mike Evans, but you got that insurance policy that, Acho, you didn't believe that he was so much of an insurance policy, if my memory serves me correctly, when they first acquired Antonio Brown.
Chill out.
But he has proven now that he is a very good insurance policy, and he gives them the best chance moving forward. But it's always been, like Marcellus said, about a mindset. And he believes that from a mindset standpoint, no one can come close to matching his intensity.
Here's what I'm wondering, though, fellas, because can I pump the brakes? Yeah, there's some squeaky brakes. But let me pump them, because are we really going to sit here and say that we learned a lot about Tom Brady beating bad teams? Like, y'all know, we know Tom Brady can beat bad teams. Sal just came out here and told us, last 4 weeks, Tom Brady, best completion percentage, hottest quarterback in football. I understand that. Last 4 weeks, 4, 8, 2, 2, 12 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's Tom Brady the last 4 weeks. But what about the 3 playoff teams he played before playing the Falcons twice, the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings? What about 5 touchdowns and 7 interceptions? Yeah. Let's just talk real quick, America. Tom Brady played the Chiefs, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Tom Brady played the Rams, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Tom Brady played, who else he played, Marcellus? What that right there? The Saints. No touchdowns, 3 picks. Oh, Tom Brady played the Saints again. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. So I understand all the hype, the hoopla, let's go Tom Brady. But the reason Tom Brady ain't that excited is because he realized we beat the Falcons. We beat the Lions. We beat the Falcons. That's not that impressive, because what happened when Tom Brady played them Saints? 2 total touchdowns, 5 total interceptions. What happened when Tom Brady played the Rams and the Chiefs combined? 5 total touchdowns, 4 interceptions. What's happened when Tom Brady played the Bears? He forgot what down it was. 1 touchdown, no pick. I'm just giving y'all facts. Don't be mad at me. I'm the messenger. I'm just here delivering the news. I did not create the news. I'm simply delivering it. So again, I don't have all the totals in my possession, But I know this much. Tom Brady versus playoff teams ain't the same Tom Brady that Greg Jennings witnessed just yesterday.
Oh, you don't have him in your possession, huh? Prep better, homie. I got him right here. All I need right now. All I need in the world of sin is me and my girlfriend. Let me tell you who Tom Brady is. Oh, you took me to a place that I love to go. Story